Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today we are outside and we are going to be planting up our ranunculus, the ones that we pre-sprouted. It feels like ages ago, but you guys will see I left them in their tray, but they're ready to be outside and I'm so happy to be here. I feel like this is like our first outdoor planting video and it makes me so excited, and I hope it makes you excited too. So let me turn my camera on, let me show you the beds that we're going to be planting these in, and we will just jump right in. Okay, so here's what we've got going on. So these are the ones that we pre-sprouted together. These are going to be the anemones and the ranunculus that are together in some of these trays. And I have some more right over here. So you can see that they're well overdue to be planted outside, but we had a couple of cold temperatures that I was a little worried to bring them outside. But I also pre-sprouted these guys, and you can tell that they're ready to go, the little roots. So I pre-sprouted these about 7 days ago and they look ready to me. So I'm gonna plant these outside. And then, you guys, I totally got caught. I bought too many. Well, no, not too many, because I don't think you can ever have too many flowers, but it was all an accident and Sergey totally caught me. I'll actually put up a picture. He was cleaning out my cart and he was like, oh my gosh, there's more in here than there is in the house. So totally got busted. These are some of the ones that I pre-sprouted about 5 days ago. A lot of them are just a mix. So I have this one, the VV mixture, and then this really pretty like baby pink, light pink one, and then more of this pastel mixture. And then the new ones that I purchased is this purple sensation. Look at how beautiful that is. And then I got this cafe au lait one. How cool is that? I'm so excited for this one. And then, so I'd say there's about another 150 to be pre-sprouted and planted. There's some really pretty yellow ones. There's some really beautiful white ones. And then I found some more anemones. Look at that. Isn't that color just amazing? Oh, and some more pink ones because I love pink. Look at that one. So pretty. So it's a little bit different than the other baby pink, but these I'm going to pre-sprout tomorrow and I'm going to plant them directly out here. I'm not going to plant them in a tray inside, pre-sprout them that way. I'm just going to go ahead and bring them all out here. So these are going to be the 2 beds that we're going to be planting them in. And because I have so many more, I'm going to plant the pre-sprouted ones in the back, the ones that are in those trays that I pre-sprouted 5 days ago, kind of in the middle, and then I'll leave the front of the beds designated to the ones that I'm gonna soak tomorrow and then get them outside. So you can tell these are the beds that have not been cleaned yet. These beds had flowers and dahlias, so we're just kind of turning our beds over. And what we've done with this bed here is we've went ahead and we put compost in, which is something that we do every new season with our raised beds, is we add in compost, and then I'm going to be using some starter fertilizer to get these guys going and ready to go. So again, the beds are 4 feet wide, 16 feet long. We already have drip irrigation on here. Now the only thing is, these are my dahlia beds and I usually plant them in rows of 3. Where the ranunculus, I would love to have one more strip of drip tape coming down the middle so the water is a little bit more evenly. But the only thing is, ranunculus, once they start blooming, they only bloom for about 4 to 6 weeks. So I really don't want to mess with the drip grid that we have going on in these beds. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and leave it. And plus, we're here in the Northwest in zone 8B and it rains a lot. So I doubt I'm going to have to really water. So as far as planting spacing, we're going to be planting them about 8 to 9 inches apart. And the reason why we do that is because the ranunculus and anemones, they like a lot of airflow. So you really don't want to cram them together too closely. And then in each hole that we're going to be dropping these in, we're going to be using the Espoma Biotone starter fertilizer. You guys know I love all of the Espoma products, especially the Biotone starter. This is like my magic powder. I've talked about it before. It really just helps things grow better than anything. It's absolutely amazing. I highly recommend you use it for anything new that you're planting in your garden. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and just start plopping them out of their little trays, and then we will get them all planted up. guys, so it's actually the next day and it started to rain a little bit and it got kind of dark, so we finished everything off camera. But let me turn my camera on, let me show you exactly all of the things that we got done. So we went ahead and got all 4 beds planted. So these were the ones that we had pre-sprouted inside. We got them planted and you can see that they're a little bit floppy, and that's just because they're going through that transplant shock. I'm not really worried about it. As the new leaves start to grow, I'll cut some of these other ones back, but you can tell that some of them are already rebounding. So I'm not worried about it at all. And remember, when you're planting your ranunculus, you just want to plant with the corms facing down, so it's almost like the claws go straight down. And we went ahead and planted the other ones that I pre-soaked. So I soaked them for 4 hours. And I got them all planted in this bed right here. So these 2 beds. So again, they're pre-soaked and they're all planted up. This bed is empty. And then we have one more bed to finish prepping. But I am so excited. Like it is a little bit tedious to do when you have a lot of them to plant. But what I like to do is just like pre-make all of my holes. And then it goes a lot faster that way. Now again, as far as watering goes, sorry, Sergey just made me laugh. As far as watering goes, you want to make sure that you check your soil before you're over watering them. I know a lot of times like we'll get into the habit of watering things every day, but you don't want to do that. I know the surface might look a little bit dry, but again, just do the finger test. Put your finger in the soil and see if it's wet underneath. And that goes for both of your anemones and your ranunculus. Again, they'll bloom for about 4 to 6 weeks. They are kind of a cool loving flower, so once it starts getting warmer, they will taper off significantly. And at that time, I'll go ahead and just lift them all up. I will store them, I will let them dry, I'll cut off all of the greens and store them over winter inside. But the cool thing is we live in zone 8B, so these can technically be planted out in the fall, which I might run an experiment and put some of these out in the fall time versus waiting until next spring. So I'm excited about that. And I know it is a little bit tedious to get these planted if you're planting so many, but at the same time, like you're gonna have such a beautiful color show, and it's gonna be so exciting sharing flowers with our family and our friends and our neighbors. So I'm really looking forward to that. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.